All right, the time has come to make bread again. There's going to be something significantly different this time. This time I'm going to do a country loaf, the round loaf or the artisanal loaf or however you want to say it. I have a 5.5 quart Dutch oven with a top. Real nice. Real nice Dutch oven. So this is going to require different shaping. I plan on putting cheese in this one. It's the week of Thanksgiving, so I just want to do this because I'm going to be inundated with food the rest of the week. Everything else is exactly the same. I'm going to be doing the 600 gram recipe, which is 300 grams of my all purpose white and 300 grams of my wheat. My wheat being the majority, being the part that seems to really drive it. Because my starter is wheat also, I feel it just works better for whatever reason. All that noise is my washer washing my clothes because I live in my house and I shoot this in my house and I don't have like a fancy YouTube studio like big YouTube creators do. I'm just a regular human being that has noises and I have to live I don't have to live here. I love to live here and I have my own things going on. I need to wash my dishes, which that's also running, and I need to wash my clothes. So, those noises will be going away shortly, but if you're that annoyed by them, you're probably not watching anyway. And if you aren't annoyed by them, hi mom. She knows what it is to wash clothes. This goes in here. It's a cold day. It's a very cold and rainy day today. I don't think it's going to get above 50, which for Houston, of course, is really cold. So, my water's nice and warm. The flour is room temperature, which is probably around 65, which at first the water seems a bit too hot, but then mixing it in with this really nice cool flour evens it out really quickly. I found letting it sit for a moment while you're mixing it, just stopping, and you can take that time to clean your hand because this stuff is just glue once you let it if you let it dry, and it actually will irritate it. For me, it irritates my skin if I let it sit for too long. I got a yeast infection, literally on my wrist because it got stuck behind my band that I didn't wash my band good enough. So make that's a lesson for you. Wash your hands well and make sure. Like I don't wear my wedding ring or any of my rings or anything because you shouldn't do it when you're cooking food anyway because all kinds of nasty stuff is on your ring anyway. So you can take it off while you're cooking. Greased with some neutral oil. I use vegetable oil just to spray real easy. Then you can pick this sucker up like that and boom. It's still pretty sticky. What I should have done when I picked it up is wet my hand, but that's fine. I'm getting my salt ready. I'm measuring it out. This is my starter. I fed it. It's 11 o'clock. I fed it about 12 hours ago. It's normally would be a little bit higher, but like I said earlier, it's cold today, so it's a bit cooler than it normally is in here. It's probably about 68 when it's normally around 72. That little bit of difference does make a difference, so not a problem. We still have plenty, and this will go ahead and measure out my amount. So there we go. More than enough, not a problem at all. See how it's smooth? It's looking really smooth whenever I fold it like that. That's good. So switch it back to our greased bowl. It's holding its shape pretty well already. So I think we're pretty good. We are where we need to be, is what I'm trying to say. So a little bit of cleaning on my hands and take off some of these larger pieces. This is still usable dough, so I don't want to leave it all in the trash. Okay, an hour has elapsed, so time to fold. Let me wet my hand. I get my hands nice and wet to do this, but I think that just so it won't stick at all. So it's folding nicely. It smells nice too already. That odor, that nice odor that comes with it. It's folding really nice. Wow. Okay. This is nice. Okay. It's always exciting to, you put this much work into it so far. It's been a few hours of waiting around and probably about 45 minutes of actual, like really hard mixing and all that. Not 45, about a half hour of all that. But when it comes together like this, look at that. It's already starting to look pretty smooth. It's got some nice elasticity to it. Look at that jiggle. Nice jiggle on it. So, that's all we need. We're going to let it sit for another hour and then we'll do it again. It is hour 2 and second fold. There we go. Looks good. Has that nice odor. Okay, second fold done, nice and jiggly. Gonna cover it up and do our final fold in an hour. My hand, give it a nice pull. That didn't sound right, but you know what I mean. There's context to what I'm saying. All right. Holding together pretty nicely. I think it'll be okay. That's just me trying to reassure myself, really. But anyway, so you see, we're gonna make a tight ball. Okay. So surface is clean. No need to flour any surfaces. Any pan. I don't need to flour this because I'm going to put down parchment paper. I'm going to put it on parchment paper, I should say. So just put way too much flour on the... I started talking and so I know my bread. And I keep my parchment paper on the... where I'm going to put it, because I'm just going to lift it up and put it. And also I want to know, okay, well, I know my size range, so let's take a look here. All right, we got this. I think the flour's okay because I got to flour both sides of it anyway. Yeah, because it's a little sticky. Oops. Which is to be expected. It's not a problem. just try to get it as round as possible. I want it to be round. So I didn't. Oh, I almost painted myself into a corner. That's fine. What I'm gonna do is turn the camera off and clean all this up. I think I need that amount of flour was overkill, but I think I could have gotten away with half of it, but that's for later. Right now it looks really nice and smooth. Let's put the star in the center of the screen. There we go. There it is. Nice and round. I'm very happy with the shape that I got. I think it'll work. Now I'm going to cover it, put the pan over the top, and give it time to prove. Don't want to lose too much heat, so we gotta kind of hurry. Yeah, okay. It moved out pretty nicely. I think it's gonna go okay. Let's hope I don't drop it on the ground. Yeah, that's all like it sometimes. I'm gonna have to modify how I do this, but it'll be alright. Alrighty. Ooh. How I did it today, I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna be right or not. It's gonna have to be a little bit tighter. It's gonna have to have more strength to be able to just hold its shape. But not really. I'm gonna have to make it into a ball. Maybe put it in a smaller bowl. Looks a little different. The texture, it just seems to kind of like just expanded out. I don't know if that's good or bad. It did grow a bit. I don't know how much you could see. Let me see if it'll work there. Yeah, you can't see it. You can't really see it from the angle, from looking in there. I couldn't get a good angle on the camera, but it's more wide than it is tall. I don't think that's good. I'm gonna have to figure out a good methodology of how to. We have to rework everything to do, because there's a slightly different methodology, and maybe putting it in the fridge overnight might be the way to go. So that would be like set up. If I want to make bread on Saturday morning, I'll just set it up in the evening and put it in the fridge overnight, and then Saturday morning bake it. That may be an option. So I don't know. I don't want to speculate. It just doesn't seem right. So 20 minutes, we'll see. Okay, let's see what we got. I don't know. It didn't look right, but let me see if I got some better color on it now. Okay. It needed that color. Didn't rise as much as I'd like. Has a nice odor to it though. Very, very pleasant. So, I don't know if it's that it just expanded too much, so it didn't have enough to go up. I don't know. Just gotta let it cool. We'll find out. Did not get the rise I wanted out of it. It smells good. Feels okay. It seems like it, instead of going up, it went out. Not what you want. My slits didn't even really show up at all. Just maybe I got a tiny baby ear. You probably can't even see it on this camera. There's some things I need to adjust, but as for now, I have this fella. I don't know what to. Not necessarily a failure. It did rise a decent amount, but you know, I want it to be like double in size at least, probably more. But anyway, let me go ahead and cut it open. Looks good. Looks like it should. Smells good. Has decent rise to it, but obviously not enough, like I said earlier. Flavor is there, but I bought a Banneton, put it in, so it'll be taller, higher. I want to shape it like that. I want it to be tall to begin with, so it'll grow out. If it grows out that way, at least it already has the height. But we'll see. But this will find a home. Don't worry. I'll eat it.